now. Can you hear me? I just took over the studios and I'm trying our best. Hey, all right, you can hear me. I just took over the studios. I don't know what I'm doing. Sanáko not here. So thank you, Jonathan. Hey, what's up, Jonathan? Ha ha. Okay, I got some free reign here. Taino radio as well. I'm gonna put that on. Give me a few minutes here. Hope everyone's well. Oh, you future watchers of this video. Guess what? I've taken over the studios. Many of you know me as Sanáko number 2. But I spent a lot of time in Borinquen, Quisqueya, La Bella. And now I'm back. All right, it's 10 o'clock right now. It's 10 o'clock. If anyone can hear me out there, please say, I can hear you. Jonathan, you already said yes. So you're exempt. I'm looking. Let's see. Hold on a second. I'd like to thank DJ Sanáko of the TainoFunHouse for giving me an opportunity to talk on Taino radio. And also right here live, my name is Manicato Sanáko. Many of you knew me as Sanáko number 2, but I went on this vision quest in Quisqueya, La Bella, and Borinquen. Who I am. That's right. Hello. So this is going to be a fun show. You know why it's going to be a fun show? Because Manicato Sanáko is here. That's right. And I want to answer any question you have about Taino culture. Yes, Taino culture. Any question you may have, please test me. Test my knowledge so I can prove to you all that I'm just not a clown. Okay? Thank you for taking time to either say, I'm out of here, because this guy's nuts, or you stood around. I am Contour Jonathan Bordillo 6428. I see you. Any questions? Do you have any questions for me before I start? Oh, wait a minute. Guys, look at this. They're just chilling. There you go. They're in shock. That's right. Sanáko's not here. You guys are speechless. Who am I? I don't know, man. Sanáko said, you guys can talk. You guys are really quiet. On tour. How you doing? That's right. I am Manicato Sanáko. If anyone out there knows what that means in Taino, please let me know. And you're going to win a prize. Please let me know. Don't be afraid. All right, I'm just going to... Hold on a second. I can't find this. I can't find the studios of Taino Radio. I can't find it. What's the matter? I follow all the instructions. Wow, I cannot find this. Okay, today I'm going to give a very interesting topic that many of you may not know about. In the turn of the century from the 19th to the 20th century, I would say the early 20th century, 1900s, there was a prominent anthropologist who went to Borinquen. That's right. He went to Borinquen to learn. Hello, AJ Loves ASMR-97. How you doing? I'm Manicato Sanáko. I've taken over the studios of the TainoFunHouse. That's right. I don't know if anyone knows who I am. I used to be Sanakori number 2. Taino people. All right. And I used to do a lot of cooking, and then I started burning stuff, and I got fired. So I went to Borinquen and I went to Quisqueya La Bella to learn more about my roots as a Taino. So I'm back. And man, let me see. So I'm getting my own show. If you think I should come back, you be the judge. I'm looking at my notes here, and I just saw some sad news. The New York Mets have lost to the Los Angeles Dodgers. The studios of the house is here in New York, Manhattan Island, and I can't believe it that the Mets lost to the LA Dodgers. The LA Dodgers are formerly the Major League Baseball supporters of pedophiles and the Epstein class. Can you believe it? They went to the White House. They went to the White House. That's a joke. First team. I subbed. All right, that's good to sub. Share, what was your experience? So I don't know what your political affiliation is, but there is plenty of evidence to the Epstein files that states that Pedo 47 done a lot of crap to children. That's BS, man. A lot of other thugs with a lot of money are hiding behind power, politics, and so on. I like to give a shout out to all the survivors, man. The Epstein survivors. That's what we call survivors. And they're doing their best to bring it out. So I can't believe the LA Dodgers, man. That's the lowest the Mets have gotten this season. I'm a Mets fan. Damn it, that's the lowest the Mets can ever get, to lose to the LA Dodgers, who went to Washington, D.C. yesterday to give a jersey to Pedo 47. That's some BS, man. You know, solidarity is the key during this time. And when teams, Major League Baseball, are not standing with the people, that's crap. I am calling for it's all script. Tell me about it. It's all script, right? Hold on, man. Tell me, elaborate a little bit. How is this scripted? Well, I know these Major League Baseball teams are supported by big money billionaires, you know? It's all script. Yeah, it's crap, man. All right, I'm looking for something here so I can share with you guys. I'm looking for my notes here. That's right. This clown has notes. Guys, any questions? You have any questions for me while I find these damn notes? I'm upset that the Mets lost to the LA Dodgers. That's the Major League Baseball representatives of pedophiles. GOP pedophiles. Crap. I don't want to get political. Sanakori said, be careful, don't get political. I'm not being political. I'm just saying this is crap. Okay. And I know Google's watching me. Sorry, Google. It wasn't Sanakori that said this. It's me. It's me, his guest. That's right, Google. Sanakori's innocent in all this. It's me. Manicato Sanáko. Blame me. Okay. Any questions out there? I just had to get at that. I'd like to thank you all for letting me do that. For all you future watchers out there, if you're upset, I'm sorry. Sanakori didn't say it. I said it. Hold on, I'm just looking for something. I promise you, when I find it, you're going to like it. It's related to Hibaro culture, which was the next generation of Taino culture in Borinquen. I think someone said something. What is the event on Sunday? Oh, okay. The event on Sunday, we're gonna Sanakori's leading another effort by the spring. There's an ancient spring. There's actually 3 springs. There's actually, hold on a second. There's actually 3 springs that have been there since the Lenni Lenape indigenous times here at Upper Manhattan, and that fed all the tribal people from Cooper, Seaman Avenue. Well, it wasn't called that back then, but all these tribes that were living up here, this was their water source, because the Hudson River, and it's salty, so you can't drink. Couldn't drink it back in the day. Also, the salt marsh couldn't do it. It's all salty. So these springs were excellent. These springs were the source of life for the people, and then later on the colonists and so on. And then now it's contaminated, but we're trying to bring the water back. So it's been very, very difficult to bring the water. Somehow the spring just dried up. It's really bad. So we're trying our best to bring it back. We're trying our utmost best to bring it back, but it's not coming out. So this Sunday we're gonna dig more holes. We're gonna try to release the water, but this has been an issue throughout the United States. This whole sense of the spring water and underground water. It's been really bad. Many people are blaming it on the what do you call it? On the data centers. So if you're around New York City, come on out. Sanakori will love to have you. I'll be around. I will be around. I'm gonna help out, and that's gonna be so cool. All right, so I'm looking for something right here. This is really bad. Wow. Okay, so basically, back in the 1900s, there was an anthropologist, and Dr. Fuchs, and he wrote a lot of information. And Sanakoli is going to elaborate that more on his show. But I just want to share something that when he went to the highlands of Borinquen, those upper mountain territories, he found out something very interesting about the people there. Is that they still were living in an indigenous way of life with the cornucos, the farms, and how they were cultivating the yucca that dates back thousands of years, the technology and so on. And guess what he discovered as well is Dr. Fuchs. Oh, thank you. I'll try to stop in. Where exactly is the location? Okay. It's called Inwood Hill Park. Way uptown in Manhattan. And If you take the train, it's the A train to the last stop, 207. You make a left turn, and the park is right there. The entrance is on Isham Street and Seaman Avenue. We'll be right there at 1 o'clock, waiting up for some people. And you take the one train, it's called Dykeman Street. You walk to 207. 207 is the center point. Once you find 207, you can walk to the park, make a right turn, and there you're gonna find the park entrance. So Dr. Fuchs, he was amazing. Dr. Fuchs, you know what he found out? That the Hibaro people up in those mountains, they were jokesters. They had so many jokes. They had all their stories were related to humor. That's right. It was humorous. It was funny. And they had all these stories about Juan Bobo. Juan Bobo. You know, has anyone ever heard of Juan Bobo? He was a folk hero in the Taino, in these early Hibaro stories. Juan Bobo. And Juan Bobo, you know, when you look at the stories, everyone made fun of him. They call him a fool. They call him an idiot. And he always got into trouble. And then at the end of the story, guess who saved it? Oh yeah, mi abuela talked about Juan Bobo. That's awesome. And then at the end of the story, who was the hero? That's right, it was Juan Bobo. Okay? And that's rooted in the Taino way. You know, the Taino way. And this is what I learned when I went to Borinquen, when I went to Quisquela Bella. Everyone always has a joke. Everyone, no matter what, has un cuento. Ellos siempre están hablando algo that's funny, cómico. And let me tell you something. I believe Manicato Sanáko. I will bet my life right now that our ancestors, this is what kept them alive. Okay? This is what kept them alive. Is the art of the joke. Okay? And I'm not joking right now. I want you to look in your family right now. Look in your family history. Look at your roots. Maybe you were a child. Maybe you were a teenager. And now as an adult, you remember all the times your family got together? And they started doing, you know, many of them were watching China, they were gossiping, but they always had a joke, man. And maybe you were the butt of jokes. Or maybe it was your father or mother or whoever. But I'm telling you, this is what keeps the culture. I don't care who you are in the world. Okay? It's the art of the joke. That's right. And I know a lot of people get upset with your cheat man, you know, when they start making fun of you and stuff, you know, that's actually an honor to be made fun of, you know, because that means people are paying attention to you. Puerto Ricans for sure. That's right, man. Go to any Boricua household, okay? You're going to get people who are going to be pissed, but I'm telling you, most of the time you're going to have, it's going to be jokes, man. It's going to be a lot of humor. And this is what Dr. Fuchs, this is what he discovered in the island of Borinquen when he went up the mountains. Everyone had a damn joke. No one took him seriously. That's right. We have the best comebacks. It's true, man. It's true. You know? And I just want to let you know, when I came back from Borinquen, I was given a name, Manicato, which means bold. You know what it means to be bold? That you don't give a crap, man. That's right. Where's that emoji? Can I put where can I find that little the shit emoji? So that's, you know, being bold is you just don't care, man. You know? And Sanáko means a fool. So I'm a bold fool. You know? That's right. So in your life, right now, I want you to take inventory in your life, and I want you to ask yourself, do I take myself too seriously? Do I laugh at myself? You know? It's very important, man. Look in the mirror. You gotta look in the mirror and say to yourself, do I take myself too seriously? You know, I want you to look at that. Look, do some life review. You know, it's very important to look deep inside your soul. That's right, your soul. And I want you to ask yourself, damn, am I that messed up that I can't take a joke? Well, guess what? If you can't, it's all right. You're at the right place because I'm going to teach you in my next show. I want to teach you the art of the joke. That's right. The art of the joke, the art of the comeback. As I am Condor just mentioned, the art of the comeback. That's right. We live in a very difficult time. You know, I was upset when I saw the LA Dodgers going to DC because I love the Dodgers, man. I love what they did last year in the World Series. You know, Kiko Hernandez, bro, Boricua, what are you doing to me? I know he didn't want to go, but he said if his teammates go, he'll go. See, that's a baseball mentality, teamwork, no matter what. But guess what? There's no time to joke around when it comes to innocent children being molested and abused and so on. And then you're going to DC and, man, it just doesn't make sense. But you know what? I got to look at that mirror and I got to say to myself, this is some serious shit, man. And how am I going to get over this? You know? How am I going to get over this? I got to figure it out. Okay? I'm going to figure it out. So, yeah, so Dr. Fuchs, I promise you, Sanáko is going to talk about him because he's going to share a lot of his writings. But Dr. Fuchs, he found the art of the joke within the Hibaro culture. But Hibaro culture is Taino culture, I'll tell you right now. Okay, when I went to Quisqueya, everyone had a joke, man. Everyone had a joke. And a lot of people made fun of me. But guess what? I didn't care because it was making people happy. It was making people happy, and that's all that counts. My God. It's crazy, man. It's the art of the joke. It's the art of, man, yo, you guys are too serious. What happened? Oh, I think some fell asleep, some are watching. Yo, I'm sorry, man. You guys are usually talkative. It's script to distract us from the truth of what's going on with the powers that be. Bro, oh man, I don't know what gender you are, but you're absolutely correct. It's all scripted, man. I'm telling you, you got these PhD political scientists writing all this up. They're writing it all up. And this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Well, you know what? I'm going to share a story what happened in Borinquen. And I'll tell you, and I know he won't mind. I didn't ask permission, but I'm just going to share it. Love your humor. Oh, thank you, man. I want to share it. Deminan, wherever you are, this is dedicated to you, this story. You know, in Nahuaque, there's I won't mention the town because this is kind of a secret location. You know, that's right. And the reason why it's a secret location is because, you know, people like to vandalize and people like to take advantage and so on. But there's a huge stone that has petroglyphs on it, and it's protected by a community in Nahuaque. And this community are very beautiful people. And this is what happened, you know, when they take us to the site of this big stone. And I already had gone once, but not Sanakori's son. This is the very first time. And what happened was there's a river you have to cross. And the river, it looks like a kiddie river. It's not really that intense. You know, it's nice, flowy river, you know, very fluffy and really beautiful because the background is the forest and then behind us is the houses. And man, once you put your feet in the river, it's slippery and sliding. There's no friction at all on those stones. And we're not allowed to have cameras or cell phones once you cross the river. And I swear, this is some, I don't know if it's an optical illusion, but the water, when you start, it's in your knees. And then by the time you get to the stone, man, the water is high above your waist. But it gets intense. I'm not lying to you. I swear. It gets really intense and you start slipping and sliding. You start going under the water. And then before you know it, if you don't give up, you're across the river and you get to the stone. And then the mosquitoes are waiting for you and they start biting the world out of you because you're right by this forest area and it's very muddy and the mosquitoes just love you and they start making out with you. And I tell you, it wasn't pretty. So here it is, man. So it's a beautiful stone. It's beautiful ancient petroglyphs are sharing a story. So my son was the only one that I knew at that point that clearly crossed the river with no problem, you know. And he's a tall kid. He's 6'1", you know, big dude. He just no issue. He just went across, saw the stone, it was beautiful, and then he went back after we were all done. He went across like nothing. We're like struggling. It was one lady that she had to like crawl like a turtle, you know, try to get across from stone to stone to stone. And yeah, I admit it. Some of us were laughing. I know I was laughing, and so on. So then my son got across, and he has his arms up. He says, "Hey, I did it. This was easy. This is easy. What's wrong with you guys?" You know, and now he's making fun of us because he found it super easy. And guess what? I don't know how it happened. He slips and falls on his knees. And he caught himself. He could have hit his face on those rocks. And that's no joke. So when he falls, he gets up. You know, when you fall, you get up right away. So he gets up and both his knees were bloody. They started bleeding profusely. All right. But before we saw the blood profusely, we started laughing at him because, you know, he's bragging, you know, like, hey, look at me, bam, you know. Now, when I saw the blood, I was like, oh, man, this is not easy here. So, you know, we got some bandages for him and so on. But it just goes to show, you know, it's natural to make fun of people, to joke around, especially during times of intensity. You know, we're experiencing this river, we're seeing this beautiful art, and then you start to brag, hey, look at me, look at you guys, you know, and then boom, out of nowhere. And it's a good example what life is about, man. Especially as a Taino, man. A lot of the Taino culture, you know, people just don't believe us. You know, we're a joke. There's still people right now on the internet, Instagram and you know, there's Native Americans, man. There's white folks. There's a whole bunch of folks. They don't think we exist. They call us pretend Indian, you know? It's like, man, this is kind of stuff we heard back in the day, you know, and it's still being said. People make fun of us. People make fun of us. Ah, man, all I have to say is it's all right, man. Just dust yourself off and stick together, really, honestly. Just stick together. You know, if you can stick together, you'll be all right. But you got to find people who are positive. You can't really hang around people who are negative. Because believe it or not, like any culture, any community, there's always folks that are infiltrating the community and they make life really hard for those who are really serious. So just be careful out there, okay? If you have any questions, you can hit up Sanakori, the Server Hike, TainoFunHouse at proton.me. You can hit him up with some questions if you have some concerns or whatever. Hey, Taino culture is not perfect. Nothing is perfect. And I tell you what's perfect though. Being human being is perfectly imperfect. Okay, so when things get really rough, man, try to joke around, man. Do something funny, you know. Do something hilarious, you know. And that's why we must relentlessly the true history, so we are able to debunk the ones who are opposing the indigenous. Oh yeah, to relearn. That's right. Man, there's plenty of stuff to learn, man. I'm telling you, when our caciques and our mexiques were being murdered, you know, they were being murdered left and right. That wasn't a jokey matter. But somehow, for some crazy reason, we survived. Many folks survived and they kept the culture alive in those mountains. You know, Quisqueya, Borinquen, Jamaica, Haiti, um, Cuba, you know, the Bahamas, those smaller islands, the Virgin Islands. You know, they kept it alive, and we cannot forget the Galinago people. You know they, you know, we had many centuries of rift with them, but guess what? We got together during the invasion, and we fought hard against the Spanish. You know, it was very hard. And believe it or not, the Spanish won the World Cup. Can you believe that? But guess what? They did something good against Trump. They did two things, or I should say, Pedo 47. One was that they were the first country to say, "F you, Iran war. We're not part of this stuff." And the second was they photoshopped his image from the World Cup. Unfortunately, we have been under a spell from the true history and taught the Rockefeller indoctrination. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, a lot of brainwashing. You know, a lot of brainwashing, which is rooted in capitalism, right? Santa Claus, where did that come from? Indoctrination and empty our pocketbooks. You know, I admit it. I do like Santa Claus. I do like. I thought that's a cool myth. But man, when you start killing your pocketbooks, that's not good, man. When it starts messing with you, so we have to be cool. We got to be strong. That's right. We got to be strong. So, guys, I'd like to thank you. I don't want to bite more than I can chew. I might choke, but I just want to thank you all. Manicato Sanáko, I'm back, and Sanakori's giving me an opportunity to share some funny things. We've been colonized on our mind. It's a silent war, mi gente. Wake up. That's right, man. That's right. You're so right. Yep, you're so right. It's a silent war, man. We just don't get it. We just don't get it. Most of us as a people don't get it. You know, it's been going on for centuries, millennia. You know, so. But guess what? You guys have a home here in the TainoFunHouse, all right? Okay? We don't take anything serious. It's free to come in, but you pay at the door. Okay? So do your studies, do your work, but don't be afraid to say, "I am indigenous, Caribbean, or Taino." I know it's not a nice word these days. People are not liking the word. They're saying it's a colonized word. I think it's a sexy word, Taino. Sorry, I still use it. Cheers, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Hey, I am Contour. If you're coming to, if you want to come up to Washington, Inwood, just let me know. And I'll let Sanakori know. Or just let him know. TainoFunHouse at Proton, PROTON.me. Okay, and actually that email is encrypted, so we don't have to worry about spies. But hey, let's do it. Let's do it. And I'll see you all soon. And remember, don't take yourself so seriously. Just laugh at yourself. You're a joke. And there's nothing wrong with jokes. Take care, everybody. It was cool seeing you all on a Friday night. Hey, guess what? I got some synergy right here. I'm going to have some fun. Kind of tastes like Mali a little bit. So, hey, I want to have some fun with this. And I'll see you guys soon.